On December 2nd, 1997, in the vibrant land of Trinidad and Tobago, a baby girl arrived who was destined to carry an entire musical legacy on her shoulders. That baby was Nailah Blackman. For most children, music is something played in the background at family gatherings. But for Nailah, music was more like the air she breathed. It was her inheritance, her family business, her calling. Her grandfather was none other than Garfield Blackman, better known to the world as Lord Shorty or Ras Shorty I, the legendary innovator who created soca music. When Lord Shorty fused calypso with Indian rhythms in the 1970s, he gave birth to a genre that would set the Caribbean on fire and eventually spread across the globe. Nailah's mother, Abby Blackman, carried the torch as a calypso star in her own right, while her aunts and uncles, including Avian Blackman of the reggae band Christofari, continued the family tradition of living and breathing music. Growing up, Nailah didn't just hear music, she felt it. At just 5 years old, she was already singing regularly, and by the age of 7, she had entered her first calypso competition. She wasn't just a child dabbling in performance, she was a prodigy molded by decades of family artistry. By 11, her professional career had begun. But Nailah wasn't only about soca, she was classically trained, able to command not just her voice, but instruments like the guitar, keyboard, and steel pan. This mixture of classical discipline and Caribbean flavor would one day give her the ability to blend tradition with innovation in a way that felt fresh and irresistible. The Trinidad and Tobago of Nailah's youth was a land of rhythm. Carnival was not just a festival, but an energy that pulsed through the streets, a yearly reminder of history, resistance, and joy. Growing up surrounded by this culture, Nailah dreamed not of fame, but of impact, how she could push the boundaries of soca the way her grandfather once had. In 2016, the world began to see what she was capable of. She performed her song Runaway Train for Movietown's Pixel Play showcase. It wasn't a mainstream release, but it was enough to make industry heads turn. People began whispering her name, asking, "Who is this girl with the powerhouse voice and the stage presence of a veteran?" The whispers became shouts the following year. The year 2017 was Nailah's breakout moment. She teamed up with Kez, one of soca's most beloved performers, for the single Workout. The song exploded during the Trinidad Carnival season. Its infectious rhythm, the chemistry between Nailah and Kez, and the undeniable hook made it a carnival anthem. Suddenly, Nailah was everywhere, on the radio, in fetes, on the lips of soca fans from Port of Spain to Brooklyn. Workout wasn't just a hit, it was an introduction. For the first time, a wide audience realized that this young woman wasn't riding on her family's coattails, she was building her own legacy. The track even carried her all the way to the finals of the International Soca Monarch competition, proving that she could stand shoulder to shoulder with the greats. That same year, she dropped Baila Mami, produced by Anson Pro Soverall, further cementing her as a rising star. By 2018, Nailah was no longer just a newcomer, she was a force. Her songs Olad Oyi, Soca, and Badish, the last featuring dancehall star Shensia, dominated playlists and carnivals. These tracks showed her range, sometimes playful, sometimes bold, always addictive. She wasn't afraid to experiment. Soca, in particular, was a cultural statement, paying homage to her grandfather's creation while modernizing the sound for a new generation. It was as if she was telling the world, "I am the granddaughter of Soca, and I am here to carry it forward." Her recognition spread beyond the Caribbean. In 2018, she earned a spot as a candidate in BET's Best New International Act Viewers' Choice competition. For a young artist just a year removed from her breakout, this was a monumental step into the global spotlight. In August 2019, Nailah released her debut EP, The Real. The project included the standout single, Sweet and Loco, a track that showcased not only her energy, but also her versatility. The EP was proof that she could thrive beyond the carnival circuit, appealing to a broader international audience while staying rooted in soca. At this point, Nailah had become more than just a carnival darling. She was a Caribbean ambassador. Her voice was gracing international stages. Her image was appearing in glossy magazines, and her name was synonymous with freshness in soca, love, rumors, and relationships. When you're young, beautiful, and famous, people want to know, who's she dating? For Nailah, her personal life often sparked curiosity. While she has been linked to boyfriends in the past, Nailah has generally kept her romantic life private, choosing to let her music speak louder than gossip. She is rumored to dating Second's star. Still, in interviews, she has occasionally hinted at being in relationships, describing herself as someone who believes in love but is careful about who she shares her private world with. Fans speculate, blogs buzz, and social media debates run wild whenever she's spotted with male collaborators or industry friends. But Nailah has mastered the art of mystery, revealing just enough to keep people intrigued while protecting her peace. The fashion and lifestyle icon. Beyond music, Nailah has crafted a bold image. Her style, vibrant, eclectic, unapologetically Caribbean, has made her a fashion icon. Bright colors, daring cuts, tribal influences, and modern chic. Nailah dresses the way she sings, with energy and confidence. She often says that her fashion is an extension of her artistry. It's not just about looking good, it's about representing Trinidadian culture, youth creativity, and female empowerment. Whether she's on stage in glittering carnival costumes or on Instagram in casual streetwear, Nailah exudes star power, challenges, and triumphs. Like any artist rising fast, Nailah has faced challenges. The weight of her last name could be a blessing and a burden. Some critics argued she had it easier because of her famous family, but others pointed out that this also came with immense pressure. How do you live up to the legacy of the man who invented soca? Nailah's answer has always been the same: by working hard, staying authentic, and carving her own lane. And she's done just that, proving that she is more than her grandfather's granddaughter. She is her own innovator, the reigning princess of soca. Today, Nailah Blackman stands as one of the most influential young soca artists in the world. She continues to release music that resonates across carnivals, clubs, and streaming platforms. Collaborations with international artists keep her sound fresh, and her tours take her far beyond the Caribbean, to the United States, the UK, and festivals across the globe. She is also active in cultural advocacy, often speaking about the importance of preserving Trinidad and Tobago's musical traditions while modernizing them for future generations. Nailah is not just making hits, she is shaping the future of soca. Her life currently balances recording, performing, and connecting with fans through social media. While she keeps her boyfriend and romantic life relatively private, her followers remain hooked on every song, every outfit, every post. The future promises albums, global tours, and perhaps ventures into film, fashion, or philanthropy. What's certain is that Nailah Blackman will not fade quietly into the background. She is here to lead soca into its next golden age. Please subscribe for more.